a huge variety of different kinds of things on my iPod. I've got, I don't know what it is, it's like 36 straight days of music if you played it through. So I've got everything ranging, from blues and country from the 1950s, 1940s, through jazz through the ages, a lot of 90s rap, a lot of 80s pop music and 90s alternative and modern, and then ranging to like modern indie rock and things of that nature.
So if you could have somebody come in and repair your place and give you the best sound system in the world, what would it be?
It's a good question. I'd have to look at, what kind of stuff's available. But I'm kind of a traditionalist. I like an old school kind of receiver so that I can plug my record player in and not need any kind of preamp or anything like that. And then I'd go with two main speakers, from some kind of high class, speaker producer. And then I maybe would do a couple others on the back side. So you'd have, two here and two here, giving you kind of a surround feel.
So how do you decide what music you want to listen to?
Sometimes, I don't have any idea what I want to listen to, and I just pull it out and I start scrolling through and see what catches my fancy. Other times, I'll have a song in my head, or, I'll be thinking about an artist or something like that, and then I'll go look for their things. Or I also have extensive playlists that are, some of them are mood-oriented, some of them are genre-oriented. Some of them are individually artist-oriented. So, if I'm feeling a certain way, I'll go get a playlist that fits that mood. Or, if I'm feeling like, oh, I could really listen to country right now, and then I can go put on my country playlist.
If someone hired you to create the ideal radio station, how would you program it?
It would be eclectic. It would definitely be cross-genre. Now, if it was, so the question here is I'm designing a radio station so I can set it up any way I want, so I could do multiple formats. So like in the morning, I could have like kind of like a chill, acoustic kind of set, for the commute. And then during the day, mix it up with like the kind of upbeat, but like kind of catchy, like good stuff to listen to at the office, like pop music and like classic rock and stuff like that. And then like in the afternoon, like, I could get it going with a little rap or jazz or something, like on the way home, and in the early evening, some real stuff that you really got to listen to, like the kind of like virtuosic stuff, I guess. And then you could close it out with another kind of a chill set, but like maybe a little more electronic or like piano based or something like that.
If you compare music to cuisine, I know you,
which I've done.
Like
I wrote a paper on this once.
What combinations of ingredients do you like? For example, vibes, bass, drum, sound.
Right. The heart of my cooking, as it were, would be rhythms. I'm a big rhythms guy, and then inside of that, bass. I'm obsessed with the bass. I've been saying a lot recently what I wish I had played the bass when I was younger, because I love that groove and like just the backbone of songs. And for my favorite genres, you always have strong bass, like rap, jazz, rock music. Always, all three of those are very bass, heavy. And then country and blues also use the same sort of thing. And it makes sense because all those genres are tied to each other. They all come out of the same thing. I mean, they really all come out of the blues, and then they all flow from that. And so you've got that bass heavy thing, and then the African rhythmic influences. I love good drumming and like really interesting and weird kind of like rhythmic items. Like a shaker, or like the I don't know what they call that thing, but like you run the stick across the groove thing. I think that's such a cool sound.
Where do you think music is headed? Where's it going?
It's definitely going to get even more electronic than it has. We've seen although I think there will be a backlash, because you always see that. So like the 80s, there was all this new synth equipment, so everybody went wild with the synth. And it got kind of over the top, and the equipment wasn't actually that good, so it was not that great. And then you had the stripped down response to Nirvana and the whole alternative thing. Like let's take electronic out and go back to the roots of rock music. But then now, in this past decade, you see electronic coming back and stronger than ever. And I think that's only going to continue. I think it'll be backlash, and they'll be, let's strip it down. And you already see some of that. There's a lot of throwback indie rock. It sounds like garage rock right now. But you're definitely going to see an expansion of that. And then a big thing, what I think is happening and will continue to happen, is the expansion of bass lines in everything. That hip-hop bass line it's taking over everything. It's in all pop music now, and I think that's only going to expand because people love that stuff. They love that good danceable beat. In terms of something as radical as as rap or jazz or something like that, it's just like stunning. Like, where did this come from? Like, this is so new and so different. I don't know. I don't know what the next thing like that's going to be.
With my hocus pocus, I can fuck up where you focus with my left hook. Dip right, jab, double, I can smoke it. representing for the naughty-headed nigga era. However, whatever, my posse passed the pistols and my squad got the boom. Rent the room, get the bitches. The exact artifact, who is that? You speak a leak, but speaking